Sujata. Hello, how are you all? So wishing all of you a very happy International Women's Day. Of course it happened 2 days back, but it's the International Women's Month. And you know the symbol for International Women's Month this year? It's called Embrace Equity.
And he's going to display it for us. Everyone, please
So
put
just
your
hold
hands
yourself
together.
like this. Yeah. This is like giving yourself a hug. And I think all of you deserve it, especially for the last few years that you have worked so hard, struggled so much, and come this far. I remember, when Gitaji asked me, please give the introductory speech. And I was thinking that how would I, greet our distinguished guest, Madam Ala, our representative from the Bhutanese Embassy, Tashi, and other dignitaries, board members, trustees. And I was thinking that a good way to start this is to tell you 3 stories. The first story, of course, involves Smita, Gitaji, and me in the middle of the first lockdown, where we decided we will talk to each of you at every location via video links. And what you told us those days is still there in my mind. And your stories of resilience, courage, optimism through that period is something which is where the future is actually coming out of. And I shall come to that in a little bit. The next story, of course, that I want to tell you is how we started. How we started happened with an accidental conversation with Tony Dubayat, who is the founder of Read Global. So when she came to India in 2007, she wanted to see what do computer labs look like in India, in rural India. And at that point of time, I had possibly set up the first computer lab in India in a rural setting, in a village called Katarpuri in Haryana. So I took her there. Now that lab which I had set up was in 2000. She was coming in 2007. You know what happened? Wahan ke jo log the, they gathered around me and then they took her around, showing that, this is our center. It's not that कोई MNC वाले आए हैं. It is our center. हमने maintain किया है, हमने चला रहे, आज भी है. Now I'll come to the third story. The third story is to do with Geechgar. How many of you are from Geechgar? Geechgar से हाँ. So सर को याद होगा जब हम पहली बार Geechgar में model establish करने जा रहे थे. Our model is a very unique one, Tashi. When we looked at Read and when we looked at Read India, we had seen, how development funds work, how they are deployed on the ground. And one of the things that we always looked at is, गाँव में, how do you build something which stays? Stays as in, वहाँ का funding आए या ना आए. How do we build something which lasts? And in that way, we had said that we will set up libraries, because libraries are something which is a community asset. It's not a school, it's a library. इसका मतलब है कि कहीं का स्कूल के बच्चे भी आ सकते हैं, किसी भी उम्र के लोग भी आ सकते हैं, किसी की कोई भी वर्ग के लोग आ सकते हैं. लाइब्रेरी है, खुला है. और लाइब्रेरी को सस्टेन करने के लिए एक प्रोजेक्ट होना चाहिए. तो वो प्रोजेक्ट क्या है? तो किसी ने बोला कि नहीं, लाइब्रेरी के साथ ये जो प्रोजेक्ट होगा, एक ही प्रोजेक्ट होगा सारा जगह. और at that point of time, मैं 2007-8 की बात कर रहा हूँ, the decision in Geechgar was कि हम पशुपालन करेंगे. We will keep cows and we will sell the milk and sustain the center with that. And while ऐसे एक महफिल बैठा हुआ था, मुझे आज भी याद है, पूरा पंचायत बैठे हुए थे, हम डिसाइड कर रहे हैं कि कितने काउ दिया जाएगा. पीछे से एक महिला, बुजुर्ग लेडी, gets up and says, आप लोग तो गांव छोड़ के मंडे, this is happening on a Sunday. So she said that आप लोग तो आज संडे को हो, मंडे से तो आपको दिखाई नहीं देगा. आप तो सब चले जाओगे जयपुर काम करने के लिए, उसके बाद काऊ को कौन दिखेगा? And she said that नहीं, इस टेम्परेचर में 40 डिग्रीज आउटसाइड हम तो ये काम नहीं करेंगे, हमें ऐसा काम दीजिए जो कि हम एक बिल्डिंग के अंदर बैठ के कर सकें। एंड बाय द वे दैट इज द स्टोरी ऑफ योर सोइंग सेंटर्स। You will notice that every one of our centers, every one of our libraries have a stitching class, a sewing center. So that is how it started. Some places you have sewing centers, some places you have creches, some places you have beautician, beauty parlors. So how you use it has become the model. ऐसा नहीं कि लीड कोई एक मॉडल पे चल रहा है, लीड आपके मॉडल पे चल रहा है। तुम गीता जी जब मुझे पूछा कि आपका what do you like to share here, तो I said that देखो, more than me wanting to share something here, I said that I would like to hear from you. And there are a couple of lessons which I learned from all of you. What did I learn? And this is something which you can also exchange among yourselves. कि कोई भी change, if it is driven at the community level, it will sustain, it will last. How do I know this? Remember that first story I told you about Katapuri? That computer lab is still in existence, still maintained. And you know why? Because the second learning comes in. Because it is maintained by women. So when women get together and do something, then the results are sustainable. आप ऐसा कुछ नहीं करते हो, and I've seen a lot of projects in every part of the country and also other parts of the world. When women get together and do something, like you have come here, आप जो करोगे वो generational equity बनता है। और तीसरी बात, and this is something which you should again embrace yourself for, is the kind of courage and passion that you have shown. When I spoke to all of you through the video links, I remember, Vikram might also remember, all of you had said that, हम तो इससे घर नहीं चला सकते, हम घर कैसे चलाएंगे? तो one of the things which I will hear and I hope to give you at some point of time is a vision कि आप घर भी चला सकते हो, क्योंकि रीड के जो projects है, they are not only for literacy, they are to take the journey from literacy to livelihood in your context, in the way you want to take it. So that is my introduction, and now I'd like to welcome Sujata to introduce our chief guest.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.